Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into round number 12 of the 2019 MotoOption SX Series live here on Start Your Systems TV. My name is Kellen Brower. I'd like to welcome you guys into Seattle. And again, I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, 2012 250 Supercross East champion, Mark Zeidler is here. Mark, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Great. Cody Dar made the program tonight.
I know.
Is everyone else as stoked as I am?
I'm pretty damn stoked, Mark. I am very stoked indeed. I'm actually going to pull up times right now so we can go ahead and review them before we get the racing action underway tonight. But back in Seattle, back on the West Coast, Mark, how's it feel?
It's only a game.
Great. Can't wait to see all these West Coast riders go at it again. We get the Battle of the Craigs back finally. I'm excited about that.
I love the Battle of the Craigs.
Yeah, all the other guys that are going to definitely mix it up with them as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun night for sure. Big shout out, by the way, Modified, another Tier 1 sub for 3 months. Modified, I appreciate it, buddy. So awesome of you to continue subscribing. We got to get some emoticons for you guys going up in there. And 201 Productions with the Twitch Prime sub as well. So thank you guys so much. But here's a look at our qualifying times for tonight's racing action from Seattle. Your fastest qualifier is also your current points leader. Number 57, Jack Haley on a 52.5, literally just edging out Jeremy Smith, also on a 52.5, 52.56 versus a 52.59. Alexis Leclerc, defending Supercross champion, right there in third on a 52.8. Walter Gebhardt, a 52.9, and Matthias Janis, a 53.0. Now, we did mention earlier today that former series champion, 2014 series champion, Byron Downen was making his return to racing tonight, and there he is lined up in P24 with a 54.5, so good to see the 323 machine, our 2014 champion, back out here racing. And yeah, down here all the way to our 40th qualifying time, it was Jack Fowler. Only 40 entries in the 450 class tonight. Jumping over to the 250 class real quickly, and we see the number 11 machine of Craig Leake, with a 54.140 going to the top of the timesheets, 0.7 of a second faster than second fastest qualifier Andrew Massarde on a 223 machine. Greg Richards, our points leader coming into this one on the number 31, is also on a 54.8. Kamar Glover, 55.2, and Devin Ryan also on a 55.2. Down here at the bottom, we see that there were 36 total signups, but Nathan Zaworski never ran a lap, and the man, Cody Dar, makes it in. First race of the year for Dar on a 59.7, so good to see him making it in, and we're going to go racing here tonight in Seattle. It's going to be a fun one. Definitely can't wait for this to get underway. Not sure how much time you've had to take at looking at the track, Mark, but pretty interesting track design this week.
Enough. Very interesting start. Also some very fast sections.
Yeah, this is going to be a real interesting one to watch tonight. I'm no doubt about that one for sure. Let's see if I can get an overhead view of the track.
Keep an eye on some massive cartwheels coming through some of these rhythm lanes that they're just coming into them, you know, third, fourth gear wide open. We're going to have to get the speedometer up on the screen. Show speed, I believe, is the command.
Yeah, I can actually put toggle speed up on the screen. Let me go ahead.
Yeah, the toggle speed. There we go. See how fast they're hitting some of these rhythm lanes. I'd say by far this is going to be the fastest rhythm lane we've seen all year.
Yeah. We've got two basically sections that you're describing there, Mark, where they just have massive runs coming across the start straight, and some really big lines are being formed out of that as well. It's going to be very interesting to watch for sure.
It would be a lot better if the rider could come off the bike so we could watch like a real yard sale happen, but definitely going to be some aggressive cartwheeling going on.
Hey, we've seen some interesting glitches from the game before where riders, technically speaking, are off the bike. And maybe we'll see one of those with the speeds we're seeing guys doing tonight into these rhythm lanes. Oh, boy. Gonna be
we got a completely flat turn before the finish. That's going to be interesting. See how that forms up. We'll see if they're going to do anything more aggressive with the road than they have in the past, given we are in Seattle, and this has always been a rutty track. So see how that plays out.
Yeah, qualifying didn't seem like the road was breaking down as much. I was able to get a couple sessions in with the SYS Racing guys before jumping in for the stream here. And yeah,
before qualifying, because they all got it early, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We're the Race Carlin group. The track wasn't really eroding that much in qualifying, but as you said, I think they'll probably up the erode values, especially in these heat races where we're going to see it deteriorate really, really quickly, and should shape up for some good racing for sure.
250 Heat 1 lineup check going on as Kellen's computer slowly loads the game.
Always, never fails. But hey, if you want a computer as good as mine that loads the game slowly but it can get you in the game with everybody's skin and the high resolution track, versuspc.com, always a big help with all of us here at Start Your Systems. Can't thank everybody at Versus PC for always helping out, and of course a series sponsor as well this year. Ozzyfex just subscribed with a Twitch Prime sub. Thanks so much, Ozzyfex. Appreciate it, my dude.
To be fair to Versus PC, it only takes a long time to load because Kellen has all the skins. It's a great computer, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Loads everything else fast, just that not a lot of people out there are loading 8 gigs worth of skins.
Yeah, I do have a solid-state drive, Puma. I have a 120 gig solid-state drive, and it's pretty much just Sim and the skins, but even so, yeah, a lot of skins to load through, so it takes some time from time to time, but it works.
Gets the job done, just barely. Are we already done with the lineup check? This is a race?
I think so. Mr. Spooby continuing to drop the biddies. Or Mr. Spooby. I thought it said Mr. Spooby. Mrs. Pooby. All right, let's drop the gate here in Seattle. 250 heat number 1. West Racing back on the gate tonight. Let's see how she goes. Off the start, land rush into this tight first corner down the inside. Looks like the 159 is going to get across the line first, but the 97, a burst of speed out of the corner. Gatlin takes the lead and gets across the line into the next corner.
It's by far the most unique start they've ever... We're going to see if they build it this weekend, obviously. But definitely one of their most ambitious efforts.
No doubt about that. Very interesting start setup we have here, and it was Thomas Wilcox actually on the N2D machine who initially looked like he's going to grab that whole shot. Ends up coming out third. He's right behind Devin Ryan for Active Co here. Remember, only top 9 needing to go through out of this one as Gatlin leads over the line, lap number 1 in the books.
It's only a game.
Ooh, Mighty Manny with the tier 1 sub as well. Oh, and Gatlin yard sales with the lead, just as you predicted, Mark.
What can I say?
Oh, and Devin Ryan's getting out of shape in the
to.
Oh, man. This guy's throwing caution to the wind out front. It's only lap number 2 of the race.
The Devin triples in, though. Look at that.
Yeah, these 250 riders able to get that 3-3 line at, I believe that is the south end zone. So it's Devin Ryan to the lead. Wilcox settles in second, and here's your points leader, the number 31, Australia's finest, Craig Richards, out here holding it down. Solidly in a transfer spot, so I imagine he'll just try to stay there and work his way towards the front, Mark.
I would imagine, but we have seen like a lot of these top tier riders not really in a big hurry in the heat race, not so much worried about heat race results, just all about getting their track time in and getting dialed in for the main event.
Yeah, and this is also the first we've seen these guys kind of have to deal with the road as Devin Ryan is down out of the lead. The number 15 machine off the bike at the end of the whoops, so we saw him the last lap get a little out of shape about 5 whoops from the end. It looks like that finally caught up to him and put him on the ground, so back to third as he gets going right there in front of the 16 machine of Chase Blakely. Different teams, obviously very similar numbers in your program books, though. So for the time being, that gave Wilcox the lead, but Craig Richards now goes to the front as the Tiger Designs number 31 takes over the race lead here, 250 heat number 1. About half race distance left to go, and we'll actually go on board with Richards and take a look at our speed up in the upper left-hand corner and see how fast he goes into these rhythm lanes. Coming out of this corner, I got 51 miles per hour to triple onto that tabletop middle of the section. And we'll take a look as he goes through the whoops here, how fast he gets going as well.
Oh, he is not messing around through these whoops.
Yeah, about 45 miles per hour through the whoops. Does the triple line here, and this is where he's really going to get some speed going across here. Up to 40, 53. I saw about 53 miles per hour top speed coming across there. So pretty equal speeds hitting both rhythm lanes.
Got to slow back down to get that triple, which is tricky. It's easy to accelerate over a jump and time it, but to be slowing down and timing it is much trickier.
So Richards looking smooth out front, already extending it out to a little over 2-second lead.
No one can read your speed, Callan. It's behind the standings.
Yeah, I know.
at least you're calling it out. Oh man, almost up to 60 after the finish line heading into that berm.
Yeah, Richards is definitely flying out front. Doesn't get the
Got the
rhythm
half
lane
mile
here.
gearing on that thing.
I actually heard wildly.
Whoa!
Oh,
Little
Richards!
swaps. Stays on.
And Wilcox narrowly avoids him to take over the race lead once again. That whoop section already reaching up and biting two of our favorites here tonight. Devin Ryan and Craig Richards both nearly going down in the whoops. So it's Wilcox back to the front on the 159 machine. Wilcox has finished on the podium in the 250 division before. Has yet to win a main event, but he's looking solid here in his heat race. As he is all over the place. Oh boy.
Jumps off the side of the track.
As I say solid, he immediately follows it up with about the most amateurish riding I've seen in the Pro Series in a long time.
Oh, come on now. That's a little harsh.
I mean, come on. How do you slide out in a flat corner, cut the track, and then jump off the side of the finish line, jump, and then loop out?
Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, man.
Well, Richards reassumes the race lead, and that time was good through the whoop section. So Richards back to the front, almost hits the
Richards
pole.
flirting with that pole.
Well, watch out, Cody Darr sitting sideways in the track here as Thomas Wilcox and Devin Ryan starting to
out there.
battle it out for second here. And
Must be having some controller problems as he's currently just decided to park.
Yeah, Cody Darr is no longer moving. He is on the racetrack stuck. Not sure. Oh.
Got some action coming in now.
Yeah, unfortunately, those factory gas machines take a little bit longer to get fired up than a lot of these electric start bikes.
Yeah, I heard they got a hand crank start like an old car.
So let's take a look. Where are we at? Transfer spot right now is actually Ethan Parks of the SYS FamMX Racing Team. So Cody Darr's teammate. Oh, he's jumping up onto the back of Joseph Pilsner. And that's going to allow Gatlin back through. So Gatlin now back up in the 8th spot after the early race lead. And Parks back to 9th.
Wow, I'm just waiting for mate, as I said.
Wow, and Gatlin is going down before the finish line. Parks has to check up to avoid him. Gives Pilsner the final transfer spot as well. And now they have a good gap to work with as Gatlin gets going about 5.5 seconds behind them. Ooh, Pilsner's sending it. Oh my goodness, just into row number 3. Gets
Watch
back
out,
on.
those poor NASA kids are going to be paying the price on this one.
Oh, and he gets back on the track as the 74 of Fernando Andrade trying to sneak around him. He's battling it out with Tyler Sylvia on the 104 N2D machine, and Sylvia goes down.
And that's going to take Andrade with him.
Oh my goodness, it's all turned to chaos as Gatlin getting away from this group. Always exciting are these battles for the final transfer spots in these heat races. Oh!
These are really like LCQ battles, more or less, but happening in a heat race.
And Pilsner all over the side of the track and eventually slides it down.
Guess he thought he could ride right through those tough blocks. Oh, what do we got? We got Jacklin. Oh, and he gets up and Daniel Batchelor puts him right back down on the ground. Oh, Batchelor off the side of the track. Andrade's loving this in 9th.
Batchelor gets back on and immediately got sideways up front. How about Devin Ryan coming through for the race victory? 1/10 of a second ahead of Richards at the line, so I apologize. We missed a great battle there. Craig Lee comes across 3rd. Wilcox ends up 4th. Porch 5th. Kunitz 6th. 7th for Blakely. 8th for Parks. We're keeping an eye on this battle, though, between Daniel Batchelor and Fernando Andrade. Who's it going to be, Mark? Who you got your money on here?
I like Andrade on this one. It's in the catbird seat right now as he goes over the bars entering that corner.
He's going to 3 in.
Does he jump on?
Oh, whoa! Look at that line!
Oh
my goodness, goes for the Cooper Webb Especial. Cuts the track, tries the T-bone. Batchelor doesn't get there. Batchelor across the line in 9th.
Batchelor not scared like Eli Tomac. Stayed in it. Got himself the transfer. I gotta say, quite disappointed in Jack Gatlin in that race. we had a real opportunity to have number 97, 98, and 99 all advance out of that heat race, and he let us all down. So make sure you let him know.
Goodness gracious, Jack Gatlin. I mean,
Although we did coin a new nickname for him.
It's even worse that he got the whole shot in this race and then ended up a lap down?
Yeah.
Or just about. I think last rider on the lead lap, so yeah, that's oof. 6 lap heat races.
He was first rider lap down, yeah.
What? Well, he hasn't finished yet though, so.
Oh really? He was parked after the finish line. I
think he maybe thought he got lapped then.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, still circulating out there, just trying to get across the line. Speaking of number 99, oh, Gatlin, oof.
Interesting line going for the...
I think that's the 4th time Gatlin's been down in the sweeper this race.
It's a tough sweeper, man.
All right,
Not really seen any ruts out here after this heat race.
Actually, Batchet lost it on cuts.
No!
Yeah, I think, yeah, he was 9th, ends up 10th. Ethan Park stays 8th, and Sylvia goes through the main event. I believe his first career main event for Sylvia here, as he ends up in 9th. We got Parks, Blakely, Kunitz, Porch. Holy cow, Hunter Porch lost 2 positions down to 7th. Wilcox ends up 4th, Leak 3rd, Richard 2nd. But your winner out of this one was Devin Ryan on the number 15 Active Co machine. What an interesting way to start the evening here in Seattle.
Definitely a good start tonight. Too bad we missed that great battle for the lead. We're going to have to work on replays for next year.
For the 10th year running, we'll try to work on those replays.
Or picture-in-picture, you know, we can do the old 2 battles, 2 little tiny screens that you can't see anything on. Just like the real broadcast. I think we could bring that to the table. We're just going to need Versus PC to get a second PC going for you.
You know what I love about those 2 little screens, too, is that even with the 2 little screens, when someone crashes on one of the screens, they don't acknowledge it at all.
Well, that's just a given at this point.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Max Mansky, 38, just subscribed with a Twitch Prime. Thank you, Mansky. I think that's the aforementioned hashtag for Mansky.
Oh. Is he racing tonight?
I think he is.
Did we miss him in that heat race? We didn't get enough hashtag action to notice, really. The problem is there.
Time Moto, yeah, the 1080 60 FPS problem, I don't know what it is, because that's like the top level. That's like what I'm streaming at right now is 1080 60. But I changed the source files within my own Twitch profile to be able to play back at any quality someone chooses. And it worked for like a week, and then it stopped working. So I think I'm going to have to contact Twitch support and figure out why it stopped. So I apologize why it's not working like that anymore, but it was supposed to be working just fine like a couple weeks ago, and since then it hasn't.
Let them know that you're a partner. Open your email with that.
I would if I was, but I'm not. So.
Oh, you didn't make it? I thought we had that dialed.
We did make it past the road to partner, but then when I applied, they responded and said, nah.
Nah. Rough.
I know.
Surprised you're still here.
Getting the big N-O. Ooh, I need to actually do one more thing that I'm stupid and forgot to do.
What's this? Move the speedometer to a more reasonable location?
If I could move the speedometer, Mark, I definitely would do that. I can't do that, though.
Who we got in here? Big hitters. Alanis Salas, Will Whiteley, Kevin Gonzalez, Dalton Plessinger, Austin Bear, Andrew Massarde, Ian Holm. Oh, James Schuler, Jake Warden, James Ohashi, but she's about to drop here, boys. Light as a feather, Fred Heather, Jonathan Hughes going to get the whole shot. Devin Davis in here, Luke Sullivan, Skylar Kramer, and that's about it.
All right, sorry for my late entry back into this heat race. Let's see who's going to get the whole shot. Alanis Salas down the inside, gets it. And he just beats Massarde there through the first rhythm lane. So new team this week for Massarde. I believe he's been on SPR this whole time. Goes down the inside of Salas, doesn't get it. He's now on 306 Motorsports, I think. Okay.
Yeah, you got it right. Good job.
We got a couple of Rockstar Energy Husqvarna teammates up here, though, as Salas, the early leader. We also have his teammate Ben Seberg Getting hounded by Jonathan Hughes over the line side by side.
Seberg turning on the afterburners as he goes through that sand section.
Oh man, this is an absolute freight train at the front here. Look at Seberg trying to get the drive in the
Oh!
whoops. Leaning back. Oh! And a
he
yard
wrecks
sale
it
for
on him.
Solace. Massarde turns the afterburners on late in the set and holds on, but not for long. Seberg to the lead. Here comes Hughes looking for a battle.
He was to the inside.
Sets him up, gives him a little nudge, and down Seberg goes. Hughes to the race lead. Here comes Massarde. And Seberg, I would say Hughes goes over the bars. Massarde to the lead. Boy, oh boy, what frantic action right there.
These guys are a little bit out of practice, I suppose. Spent some time in Green Bay this week, and I realized how strong the northerner accent is over there. Just anyone from Green Bay watching, I hear you.
I thought that was going to lead into, and I ran into Andrew Massarde. He had a thick accent.
It struck me. I didn't realize it up until this point in my life, though. It came as a real shock.
Massarde continues to lead. Fred Heather, light as a feather.
Whoa!
Bouncing his way onto the start straight, holding down second. Here comes Dalton Plessinger, who was actually for a short while there our fastest 250 qualifier earlier on in the evening. He's up in third right now on that 333 split fire ride.
Bit of a breakout year here, just barely making the first couple main events. Now looking pretty dang good out there, I suppose.
Yeah, putting the pressure on Heather here for that 2 ride. Behind him, Devin Davis coming across the line in 4th. Will Whiteley is 5th. Ohashi holding down 6th. Seberg has dropped back to 7th. Solace back to 8th. And Austin Bear on the 948 right now is in P9. He's got a good gap over just this freight train battle. Jake Warden, Jonathan Hughes, Kevin Gonzalez, Luke Sullivan, all in the mix here.
Whoa! Big old pile up in the next corner. P6, 7, and 8.
Oh yeah, lots of riders down.
All taking a dirt nap together.
And here comes everybody jumping into the corner. They don't see that Solace was down. Hughes is going to go down. Solace gets into Kevin Gonzalez and just takes him down, I guess. I don't know, Gonzalez off the bike. Oh, and we got Austin Bear coming back on the track right in front of Alana Solace right here. Oh, Solace goes for the 3 and just over the top of Austin Bear. He moves up to 10th. And Luke Sullivan over the bars, so he goes out of 9th, and just like that, Alana Solace back into a transfer spot. So frantic action right there. The last lap or so in this transfer spot battle. Put Solace back on our bubble spot. We got Skylar Kramer and Kevin Gonzalez trying to close it down. Over the finish line jump. Still have a little under 2 minutes and a lap left to go. Ooh, Kramer mistake and allow Gonzalez through, but Kramer shuts the door. Gonzalez fighting back. This is only for 10th. Oh, Gonzalez ends up down after the whoops. Man, this whoop section is coming up and biting people tonight.
Super fast section. No room for error.
Yeah, that's just a case of a little kick sideways in one direction, and these whoops just taking everybody down.
Oh, that's my favorite band.
I knew you were going to say something there, Mark. Ooh, Alana Solace just jumped it out of 9th there. Gets back going, still clean in the spot, though.
A little bit of breathing room. Seems like he's having a pretty rough heat race, though, for being up front early.
Head back up front. Take a look at Andrew Massarde, our race leader, once again. So Massarde, new team, coming back over here to the West Series. Trying to pick up right where he left off in terms of speed. Massarde was very quick on a lot of the West Coast rounds. Has yet to click off his first victory of the season just yet. But many a times has been in the top 5 in qualifying and has already won a heat race this year.
Ooh, opting for a Not the Big Daddy line through this rhythm section. Wonder if he's trying this out for later or if he hasn't been doing it the whole race.
I wonder if maybe he's just doing it for safety at this point. He knows he has a big lead over Fred Heather. Heather himself is doing that exact same line that you just mentioned.
Oh, dang. Who knew? Takes just about everything these 250s got to get up on that tabletop.
So Massarde is cruising out front. Heather back here in second has a good gap over Dalton Plessinger, who goes down. He hits the pole. Seberg goes through. Here comes Devin Davis around the outside. He moves into fourth. Plessinger is going to drop back to fifth. We got Will Whiteley cross-jumping with James Ohashi. White flag has been waved out front. The battles are still continuing all throughout the field. And Will Whiteley
trying to give up his transfer position.
Yeah, continuing to struggle his way backwards here. Gets passed by Jake Warden as well. Further back, we see Alana Solis coming under attack here from Skylar Kramer. And Kramer on that 112 has been slowly working his way up to Solis this entire race. They both cased the triple in.
Solis goes for the front wheel as they jump over the tabletop and is able to hold on for the 9th position for the time being.
So they're going to have one more lap to go, but Kramer slides it down and gets T-boned by Luke Sullivan, who I can only imagine is in a different country because he probably didn't see him there. And Andrew Massarde crosses the line, takes the win. Heather, Seberg, Davis, Plessinger, Ohashi, Whiteley, Warden, and Solis as they run, but Luke Sullivan, maybe with a bit of Aussie lag, I would guess, gonna try to force his way into this main event tonight. Solis just trying to hang on. He's got the sphincter tightened. Oh boy! Oh boy!
It's real
And he's off the
down.
bike! Luke Sullivan gets the gift of a lifetime. He's got to go one more rhythm lane here. Alana Solis blows it with 2 corners to go in the heat race and hands the final transfer spot over to Luke Sullivan, who takes the 811 machine to the main event, and he is stoked. Wow. I mean, Solis had a big enough gap to double his way through that rhythm lane and still hold on. And yeah, you could tell he is furious with himself there over the finish line.
Do you think he punched a wall?
Oh man, I don't know.
Could he possibly be dealing with a broken hand right now? I mean, if I were him, I'd be riding the bike yet, because obviously he needs more practice. I would not be pouting on the backside of the finish line.
Well, he said, he's in our chat right now, he said he did and got cross-rutted, doubled and got cross-rutted, but, I mean, you're all the way through the section. Come on. Come on, Manitou. You know you could have rolled that entire section and still made it.
Let's go. I want to get on the old bike here and take a look at these routes, see what we got. Oh, never mind. Not going to do that as we restart.
Yep, coming up next, our 450 Heat number 1 action. Zach Dupuis, Alex Heckman, Colby Eaglin, Jack Haley, Garrett Hollenbeck, Spencer Turley, Zoe Cross, Jeremy Shipley, Walter Gebhardt, Matthias Janis, Dylan Copeland, Jeremy Siebold, Reed Young, Connor Holiak, Benny Landry, Tyler Fry, Jared Seidhoff, Dominic Saunier, Kyle Robb, and Caden Speck all lining up for this one. Top 9 transfer. This is going to be a good battle to watch with our points leader, the number 57, Jack Haley, in this one. All right, so while we wait to get loaded in, we got a Turley alert in the chat. Skids McGee wants to see some Spencer Turley action. And X Zans is greeting us all the way from Sweden. Thanks, Zans. Glad to have you here tonight, bud. 450 heat number 1 action coming up here in Seattle. They are currently working their warm-up lap at the moment. Extinguish YT saying, I made my first main. I'm going to assume that's Luke Sullivan. So congrats, buddy. Here's your points leader, though, Jack Haley. And Haley hanging on to this points lead. It has been pretty close this entire series. He has not been able to establish himself as the clear dominant favorite all the way into the second half of this series. I mean, as they stand right now, we got Haley on 220 points, Jeremy Smith on 215 points, and Jeremy Siebel on 214 points. So our top 3 in the standings, with 7 rounds left to go, including this evening, only have 6 points between them, and it's really anybody's race. This is going to be a really good series coming all the way down to Vegas. Of course, we still have the Daytona round to make up, which again has unofficially been rescheduled for the off week in between, well, right before Easter break, I should say. I believe that is going to be April 19th as Mark Zeidler joins us back. He cracks open a cold Milwaukee best draft, I'm assuming.
We got Bull Falls Midnight Star.
Midnight Star.
Oh, almost overflowed the cup with the foam too.
Oh boy. Well, let's see what's going to happen.
Cups of beer, man.
What's going to happen here in this heat race? 450 action.
Spencer Turley with a great start.
He's going to try to shut him off down the inside. Turley down in turn 1. He lays it down in the corner, and it's Alex Heckman on the 292 with that whole shot award, leading the race here in Seattle. And we got a restart.
Yeah, you know, I don't think that was very fair what happened to Turley in that first corner. We're going to give him a second squeeze at the lemon here.
Turley plays the reverse card in Uno. He was wanting another chance here. So we're going to keep an eye on him one more time. Zoe Cross saying thank you in chat, so I'm assuming one of his teammates may have been out, or maybe Cross himself was out. But let's go racing. 450 heat number 1 action in Seattle as the gate is down. Drag race once again. Turley, good jump. Haley down the inside may have the angle. He's getting bumped by his teammate who's on his bike. I don't know who it was, but it's again Alex Heckman with the hole shot. Jeremy Siebold trying to give him a fight here, but Heckman takes the early lead.
Heat race win number 2 of the year for Heckman.
He's going to try. Oh, not with that line.
450 guys.
Oh, and he's down. Well, he was the leader, as the pole right there signifies. He is no longer our race leader, though, as Siebold goes to the front. It's the 19 machine across the line. Lap number 1 in the books here in Seattle for the heat race action. It is
what kind of speeds we get here on the first lap as we hit this rhythm lane?
55 miles an hour. Yeah, we'll go on board with Siebold, actually. How about the whoops here? Does he get into 5th, 3rd,
cripes.
4th?
57 miles an hour through the whoops.
4th gear at the end of the whoops, and that bike was hooking up all the way.
Oh! Kill shot!
And he plows the pole. Down he goes.
That thing's got to be made out of some special material. Carbon fiber, perhaps?
That thing was never going to move.
Right to the face. Must be planted through the stadium floor about 30 feet.
So Benny Landry takes over the race lead for the time being. He's got Kyle Robb on the 23 machine closing down.
Robb in a few weeks.
Yeah, Robb, a former winner in this class and former 250 series champion.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Trying to put the pressure on Benny Landry for the race lead here in Seattle. Landry, little mistake, still gets the 3 on. You can see these 450 guys are getting that 3 on offline much cleaner than the 250 riders were.
So these boys got through the whoops.
Landry down. Robb just avoids him and takes over the race lead. Oh!
Wild Wally coming through there.
Yeah, he's using Jack Haley's bike, unfortunately. Not sure why that is. Oh, and Robb was down with the lead, so suddenly a battle for the lead brewing here. Robb Gebhardt, look at Siebold with the quad! And down the inside! And he takes down Gebhardt! Kyle Robb trying to fight back, but Siebold's going to take over the race lead, I think. Oh, Rob trying to fight back. Oh my goodness, what a battle.
Oh, Rob whips on him, but it goes long and off the track.
Oh, Siebel's down. Gives Haley the race lead out of nowhere.
I'm just waiting for
We
Mike,
thought those
as I
250
said.
heat races were exciting early on.
Oh my goodness.
Haley's got coming into this rhythm lane,
Yeah, now
56 miles an hour.
we'll go on board here with Kyle Robb, who's starting to put the pressure on Jack Haley for the lead once again. Rob
Gone
down
through
in the whoops.
No.
No, he's gonna get cleanly this time. Let's see what he's able to do speed-wise into this next rhythm lane. Comes across about 54 I saw at one point. These guys supposed to be threeing in over table and doubling out like Haley did. Rob making a couple mistakes there, pushing the envelope. We got a couple 250 East Riders back here. Colby Eagland. Saw Walter Gebhardt win a showdown. We got Siebold, Spencer Turley, and Connor Holiak all battling it out here. So right now, Turley in a pretty good position in terms of trying to transfer to this main event here tonight. We'll see if
I
he
always
can.
had faith in Turley. Tonight's the night, boys.
We'll
Get that
see
main
if he
event
can
win.
hold on. That Galaxy energy trying to force his way into the main here tonight. It's gonna break
what
the
he's got through a
space-time
whoops.
continuum.
He's a fifth gear whoop guy.
I mean, was it ever in doubt though? Ooh, Holiak into the back of him, and Holiak off the bike. Spencer Turley going about 2.5 and then whooping the rest of the rhythm lane there. Ooh,
Definitely had the
Siebold down.
Galaxy on his side on that one. Oh, look at that. Laying outside that berm. Must have been the 4-2 line again, getting the best of him.
Yeah.
I really thought when he jumped to the inside of Rob and Wally there that he was going to get the double kill for a second.
It really looked like he was going to get that Adam Enteknap especial there, but
Yes.
couldn't quite get it completed.
Seabolt, one of the few riders doing the 3 over the table into the inside on the last corner. I see that you moved on to someone else already. So
Sorry,
I'm talking about Matthias Janis then.
We haven't, as you mentioned, we haven't seen many riders actually go for the quad in that on-off section either. I think a lot of guys are just tucking to the inside as far as they can in the sweeper.
Yep. Flat corner, no incentive to go outside.
Whoa, Holiak. A little crossroad action at the beginning of the rhythm lane there, so Janis keeps it close despite missing the triple in. And they'll continue to battle. We got Dylan Copeland back here. He is currently in the final transfer spot, holding down that spot over Jared Seidhoff, Tyler Fry, and Alex Heckman. So Seidhoff, former 250 national champion, out here racing tonight, trying to put the pressure on Copeland to maybe make it into this main event. Ooh, rider down, Matthias Janis. So the 24 of Janis now finds his way back into this battle.
Things definitely looking to heat up here for the final transfer position as we click off the laps here. Looks like we got the old white flag flying already. Doesn't make sense, does it? Yeah, it does. Look at that.
Yeah, wow, 6
6-minute heat
minutes.
race here.
Time flies when you're having fun, and Seidhoff is trying to have the most fun he can here tonight by putting the pressure on Copeland for the final transfer spot. Down the inside he goes. Oh, it would have been a kill shot, but Copeland actually got held up by Janis, who was down. Oh my goodness, you could tell Seidhoff was going in to just absolutely ruin Copeland's day. And fortunately for Copeland, that little hitch with trying to avoid Janis helped him. For what it's worth, Seidhoff actually is in a transfer spot now because Janis fell out. But oh boy, it could have been so much worse for both of them.
Janis qualifying inside the top 5, now struggling to put down the laps come heat race time.
And up front though, 57 points leader, Jack Haley wins heat number 1 in the 450 class. He's going right to the main event.
Straight to his back. That's going to affect his performance in the main.
His
Colby
teammate,
Eagland coming across in second.
yeah, Eagland, his teammate, follows him home. We got Rob in third, Holiak in fourth, Gebhardt looks like he's got 5th. Turley is backwards in the berm here. He's going to get passed by Siebel. Siebel getting around Benny Landry. Jeremy Shipley was down, so Siebel goes through in 6th. Spencer Turley across the line in 7th. Copeland has 8th, and Janis has got back around Seidhoff. So something happened to Jared Seidhoff on that last lap, allowing Matthias Janis back through and into the final corner. Janis goes across the line. He goes, and into the main event at Seattle is Matthias Janis. Oh, what happened to Jared Seidhoff on that last lap?
Oh, he definitely fell in the last corner, I can tell you that.
Falling apart, unfortunately, there for Seidhoff. Tyler Fry, Zach Dupuis cuts her in. And absolutely nothing changing in our transfer positions. So it was still Haley taking the win out of this one. And with it, optimal gate pick for the main event, which as we saw in this first corner, may actually be a little bit more beneficial than we're used to, just because getting that inside gate pick and kind of being able to control the corner if you get the jump seems to help guys, so long as they don't get hit coming in.
You got
that
about a
first
half
corner.
a berm outside, and it's quite a bit wider than usual, so tucking inside and not using that berm is actually viable.
Yeah, it seems like the best bet if you're outside is to go ahead and hit that berm as hard as you can and hope that the inside stacks up. The same thing that happened with Heckman on both those hole shots. You know, just going outside and letting the inside kind of careen off of each other ends up with the hole shots. But I still think the inside is going to be the optimal spot to start here tonight in Seattle.
A question in chat here from some fella named Checkers with a Z 448. Who won the 250 heats? You got a memory, I don't, man.
Man, good question. 250 heats. Devin Ryan won the first heat. The second heat was Andrew Massarde. Devin Ryan just barely beat Craig Richards over the line, if we remember back.
That's right, 1/10 of a second.
Yeah,
and we
1/10
missed
of a
it
second.
Completely.
What else is new? Me missing stuff on stream?
You're no better than Ricky.
Yeah. Alex Ray down? No, didn't see him.
What? Yeah, right? Oh, man, look at this. Second 450 heat lineup check. We got Jeremy Smith, Chase Donovan, D-Mills, Jacob Hubbard with the duck avatar and Discord versus PC one to watch. Pro Cop, Konauer, old Race Carlin out there. Are we missing a rider tonight?
You know, we may be. There was only 40 guys that ran lap times, so we really could be missing riders here.
Oh, no, there's Alexis Leclerc. He's in this one. We found him.
Leclerc back here tonight. I know Tyson Fresquez was signed up, but I don't believe he actually ever ran a lap time. Maybe the biggest storyline, perhaps, though, is 2014 MotoOption SX Series champion Byron Downen making his return to racing tonight. First time we've seen Downen all year. And from what I'm told, this is going to be his one-off appearance this season. He is not going to come back after this one. So just wanted to show up and race tonight. Good to see him back out here.
We got the two of Fresquez out there as well after turning that smoking fast Fit 101 during qualifying.
Oh, all right. So Fresquez did make it to the gate. Good to see, and good to see all of our riders out here tonight. All right, 450 heat number 2 on the line. Top 9 go to the main event. It is pressure time here in Seattle. Who's going to the main? Let's find out on this gate drop. Oh, big jump out of the inside. Leitzel on the 26 trying to out drag Leclerc. Leclerc gets to the corner first.
Pro Cop, not even with a chance of making that corner, takes out Fresquez and a whole bunch of other riders in the first corner.
Leitzel crosses the line first, but it's Leclerc into the second corner ahead of him. Leitzel down the inside trying to block past him, gets into the side of him. Leclerc stays up. We got Smith on the 4 also in the mix as Leitzel gets the quad out.
Leitzel to the lead as he sits down. He's about to get T-boned by the French connection, though.
So it's Leitzel to the lead. Leclerc right there in second. We got Adam Holm right behind Jeremy Smith, actually trying to go down the inside of Smith. Not able to get it done. And a freight train over the finish line on lap number 1. Leclerc trying to put the pressure on Leitzel.
Leitzel a little short on that on, able to get the triple off. I suspect that Leclerc, if he gets a line on him in the whoops,
Oh, Leclerc, look at that
Nope.
drag through the whoops. Launches after the whoops as well. Not quite able to get the line just yet on Leitzel, who has a little bit of lag going on as well, as we can see. Look
Well,
at
he's sitting down. You got to expect some of that.
Leclerc drags around the outside. Nobody quadding like
Oh, and he
Siebel.
cases.
Oh, man. Both of them little nose high on entry.
Claire able to square him up. Gets a run to the inside. Here it comes, baby.
Oh, and he puts him down.
And
Leitzel
Leitzel just accelerates into the back of him like...
Yeah,
come on.
Leitzel tried to square him off, I think, and wasn't expecting
Okay.
Leclerc to come as short as he did.
Oh, the old Justin Hill when Marvin Muskin brake checked him.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Yeah, it's French. People...
French on American crime?
Does Leitzel play guitar?
You know, maybe.
Does he sing
I don't
screamo
know.
lyrics
He's got a
to
sweet
acoustic
afro.
guitar? Oh, nice. We'll ask him after the race here.
Good to know. All right, Leclerc out front. Adam Holm, his best friend forever, is in second place right now. And that could be interesting if Holm is starting to put the pressure on him. We haven't seen Holm really have any breakout rides yet in Supercross this year. He is fifth in the standings.
He's very happy with his season, says it's going exactly to plan, exactly how he likes it. He came at me for the second week in a row in Discord, bringing this up.
All right, well,
Just wanted
good
to
to
get
know.
that out there. Yeah. So I'm happy to see him doing well, like I would expect him to do. Apparently, he expects much less of himself.
At the very least, he is setting himself up well, perhaps to go into the outdoors with a little bit more momentum than he did last year. And as we remember last year, he lost the outdoor title literally in the last corner. You can't get any closer to winning a championship in this game than getting taken out for the championship in the final corner of the series. Oh, and Holm, just as we're speaking of him, goes
There
sideways.
goes his confidence.
And down at the end of the whoops. He's going to need a couple shoulder surgeries before the season gets underway at this point.
It's going to put UID number 21, Daniel Mills, into second place. So he has another stellar heat race ride here.
Yeah, Mills is solid. It's good starts, consistent lap times. Even at 100 years old in Lehman's term for this game.
He can't be the oldest guy in the main event. We should have a contest, oldest guy in the main event every week.
Well, we always know it would be Havoc if Havoc showed up and raced, but we don't see Havoc out there, so.
Yeah. I
That's
don't
a
think
good
he's,
question.
Has he ever
Who would be
raced
the
one of
oldest?
these? Someone get on the forum and investigate.
I know Chad Estebrooks was pretty old.
Okay.
That was Warrior,
Okay, yeah.
but he doesn't race anymore either. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, Mills is, I think, 24. So I would definitely not say he's the oldest. Neil Wells maybe closer to the late 20s, and he's out here racing. He's made some mains.
Mills with a creative line through that corner. Definitely fast. Not sure if the judges are going to like it.
Well, you know, maybe they will.
Samoa's down. The end of the rhythm lane. Super awkward crash.
And gets up alongside of Holm. Holm makes it past. So Simo's now in fourth. We got Race Carlin in fifth. Casey Ollard in sixth. Sabrina Ritzler's in seventh. Jeremy Smith is in eighth. And Jacob Hubbard holds down ninth. He's got Zach Prokop, though, breathing down his neck just in case. And Chris in chat letting us know that it could be perhaps Zach Dupuis pinned town.
Chris, yeah, but we said in the main event.
Oh. Man, if Nate was here, he could play Zach's I Have No Testicles drop, but he's not here.
Yeah. Oh, D Mills down at a second. Not that anyone was watching except for me.
Well, he's going to lose the spot to Adam Holm, as Holm's going to triple over top of him here. Here comes Simos, trying to make the same move, and does so. Yeah, Zach's 27, 28. Mills on
D Mills
Simos.
not taking any of this.
Simos.
Can't really go after a Brazilian rider like that, though. It's going to come back tenfold.
These two
It's
are,
a fact, man.
I'm sure, rather familiar with racing each other. They've both been around the block several times.
Very true.
Oh, D Mills off the side of the track. Just,
Hold on to the
whoa.
position. Race Carlin looking like he might have a fighting chance of making his first main event in about 10 weeks.
Oh, no. Oh, poor Carlin. He has had a rough stretch here as of late. Although I believe he was actually in the main last week, if I remember correctly.
Oh, did he make it last? I thought he missed again last week.
I know he missed.
Some late race drama as he jumps off the side of the track here.
Daniel Mills is all out of shape, as is Carlin, though.
So this is allowing the duo of Ritzler and Smith to close up on him. Smith pretty far back in this heat race, but
Like try to make a pass here on Ritzler. Nice block pass. Ritzler didn't see it coming, so goes down.
I believe Ritzler is first person.
Oh my goodness, and there's just a stack up in the corner happening. Hubbard's down. We got Lang down. Someone else. Casey Ollard in the mix. Now Prokop and Lang are just continuing to lay on top of each other, and Prokop gets dragged by Tyler Lang. That was interesting.
Oh, early race leader Logan Leitzel back here going over the bars. Ooh.
Not a good night here for Leitzel.
You know how they do bar to bar?
Yeah.
For, like the highlight videos, we should do a highlight video this off season over the bars.
Over the bars, yeah. I'm actually surprised with, bar to bar. It came right in that era when like Crash Madness came out and stuff like that too.
No, that's way after that. Come on.
Crash Madness and bar to bar? No, they're both like 97, 98.
Oh, they were earlier than that, dude. They were on VHS. I had a pretty good
97 and 98 was VHS. When do you think DVDs came?
I don't know, shortly after CDs. Nah, dude, he had laser discs in 97, 98.
Anyway, Alexis Leclerc takes the win. I definitely had Crash Madness and Bar to Bar 1 on VHS. So,
nice. Okay. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I'm sure they were still available at that point. But.
Yeah. It's still available, this guy. I had Bar to Bar 2002 on VHS.
Oh, man, I never got bar to bar. I got and they walked away. Oh, I was into that when I was a kid.
Yeah. All right, so Casey Ollard takes the final transfer spot.
Tyler Lang missing out. That's surprising. Byron Downen making a special guest appearance tonight. Not able to qualify directly out of the heat race. See if he can put anything together in the LCQ.
Neither did Tyson Fresquez, so Downen and Fresquez going to the LCQ together.
Yeah, but Fresquez was able to shave 5 seconds off his lap time in that race, so that's good.
That's for those of you keeping track at home. That is 5 Supercross titles and about 36 wins going to the last chance qualifier between those two.
Not a bad stat.
Yeah, see, Cowie Racer says he has Bar to Bar 02 on VHS too. I bet I have it around here somewhere. VHS.
You don't have a VHS player though.
No, but for the longest time in my trailer, in my parents' trailer, we had a one of those like TVs that the VHS player's in it. So
Can you specify motorcycle trailer?
Okay, yeah, sorry, a motorcycle trailer.
And they're double wide.
Yeah, they're double wide. It is so awesome. No, and they're motorcycle trailers. So when we went to like the desert, we didn't, have cable or anything, but you just plug the TV into an outlet and you have VHS player.
Yeah. Nice.
Credo, I don't believe Sean Klein showed up for the 250 class tonight, unfortunately. Bummer to not see the Skline machine out here.
But Cody Dar did, and you're going to see him shred straight to the front in this LCQ, qualifying for his first main event in about 3 years.
We keep saying VHS player, but as Alex Efforts points out in chat, it's a VCR.
Oh, all right, see ya. This is the heat race. Is this lineup check? Lineup check.
Well, it's the LCQ lineup check.
Yeah. Sorry. Someone just appeared in the room next to me and said, "See you later."
Okay. I'm assuming that's your roommate.
No, my brother.
Okay.
But it did catch a guy by surprise.
You just make it you make it sound like some random dude in my house just showed up next to me, and
I mean, when someone showed up in the room talking to me, that's what I figured out. But then I saw it was someone I knew.
All right, this is our 250 last chance qualifier parade lap out on the track.
Oh, now it's no longer out on the track. On the gate.
On the gate.
To rip.
Yeah, I got random dudes at my house all the time, Jay Dempsey. You know it. Hell, I let Jay Andrew here, so.
Watching Cody Dar on this start?
Yeah, he's way outside, but as everybody knows, he's going to dolphin dive his way into this first corner and make things interesting. So let's go ahead and keep an eye on him. It is the 250 LCQ from Seattle. 4 going to the main. Let's find out who they are. Gate down. Land rush. Corner number 1. Hughesy. Pole shot. from the outside. No, actually did not get the whole shot. It's Batchlet who snuck down the inside and got it. Batchlet, Bear, Pilsner, Hughes up front.
Whoa! Cody Dar with the inside line in the first real corner.
Oh, Gatlin is taking literally everybody down in this rhythm lane and somehow stayed on the bike. And then it all kicks off in the corner. Oh my. There's a lot of action going on back here. Oh, Dar's down. Oh, and Gatlin gets punted into Kevin Gonzalez. So it's Batchlet leading right now. Jonathan Hughes in second, Austin Bear in third, and Trent Shepard is in fourth. Alana Solis down the inside of Skylar Kramer moves into fifth. And Solis we saw just miss out in the heat race. He's going to try to go to the main here out of the LCQ if he can. Kramer was very fast in the heat. Oh my goodness, but he gets catapulted onto the ground. It's a very, very strange landing for him. Ends up on the ground there and right behind Kamar Glover now with Kyler Hockey just ahead of him. Ooh, Hockey getting ran wide in the corner. Trent Shepard, who was in transfers back here, and Kramer goes down again in the background. You see, when somebody falls and they're on camera, that is normally how you're supposed to announce it.
Oh, you actually note that it happened. Interesting.
All right, so it's still Batchlet, Hughes, and Solis makes the move on Austin Bear, and Bear is stuck in this berm here. So here comes Ivan Medina.
Ruin is run through the whoops as Medina draws alongside of him and blows his doors off. That's got a sting.
Yeah, I think Medina's actually wearing some very interesting shark-themed gear. I see some teeth on his arms.
Oh, nice. B-52 bomber gear or whatever that,
Yeah.
What is that famous, someone in chat will correct me, don't worry.
I don't know, but Medina's over the berm.
Apparently the air brakes on that bomber don't work so well.
He just missed that cable on the landing of the naval ship and just went straight on into the water. Look at Kamar Glover down the inside of Austin Bear to get into the final transfer spot.
Bear being passed a lot, but always able to somehow work his way back into that transfer spot as Kamar Glover hands it right back to him.
Yeah, just slides out all by himself. Down the inside goes Pilsner. Glover's going to try to fight back into the next corner, though, to maintain the fifth position if he can. And Pilsner gives it right back to him as he goes down. Oh, these LCQs are never short of entertaining.
It's a little stretched out, but interesting for the final position as Bear makes small mistakes, but able to keep her on two wheels as we look at Alana Solis.
Oh, Solis was down.
Up.
And that's going to allow Glover through into the transfer spot. Solis gets up immediately, triples in and triples on, and by both of them into the next section. As Bear goes down and Glover moves right back into the transfer position. So Glover now in a great position as Bear gets up right in front of Joseph Pilsner. Gigantic gap between our fourth and fifth place riders at the moment. So we're going to have to wait for a mistake out of either Alana Solis or Kamar Glover or even Jonathan Hughes, who I just saw was down as well. Look at Kamar Glover tripling down the inside right into Alana Solis. Oh my goodness, Solis somehow stays on two wheels. That could have been very bad for Solis if he ended up off the bike right there. I don't know where Kamar Glover thought he was going to go there, but somehow used a little bit of Vaseline to squeak his way through. And right now it is Solis, aka Manitou, the rider out of Lithuania, on the bubble spot right now. Can he hang on to the final transfer spot? We got 2 laps left to go here.
Did we ever get to the bottom of his nickname, Manitou?
Manitou. I don't believe so. Now he goes by the name Manny, M-A-N-I-I, because he has a design company called Manny Decals.
Sounds like he has Manny nicknames. Oh, man. I hate myself.
Golly. Oh, man. Well, he's holding down a transfer spot right now and trying to hang on as Batchlet continuing to lead here on the 86. Should be looking at the white flag this time by. There it is, waving. So Batchlet on the 86 looks plenty comfortable out front. Jonathan Hughes continuing to give chase. Kamar Glover all alone in third. And Alana Solis is in fourth. If anybody's going to get to him, it'll be Kevin Gonzalez.
Glover went for the Big Daddy line in that high-speed rhythm off the bike. Looks like it's going to cost him one position, but he should get up before the 53 of Kevin Gonzalez arrives on the scene. And Gonzalez yard sails his way through there anyways. Oh, no, he rides her out.
Oh, so Gonzalez stays up. Kamar Glover trying to lap Cody Dar here. Does so cleanly. A little short on the triple. He's got a couple more corners to go here, and he'll be going to the main event. Meanwhile, up front, Batchlet almost through the front door on the triple. Doing a little bit of Megan Rutledge type celebration, but over the finish line he goes. LCQ victory for Daniel Batchlet. Jonathan Hughes in second. Alana Solis in third. And Kamar Glover.
If he can make this on off.
Oh, he doesn't! He stays on two wheels, though! Oh,
it's
my.
a miracle!
His heart just about sank right there. But he stays on two wheels and hangs on for the final transfer spot by only 5 seconds. Yeah, he definitely would have lost it if he had gone down right there. That would have been, wow. Whew. All right, so just barely hangs on does Kamar Glover. Gonzalez ends up back here in the 5 spot, so he is out. Ian Holm, James Schuler, Skylar Kramer, Joseph Pilsner, Austin Bear, Jack Gatlin, Fernando Andrade, Cody Dar, Trent Shepard, Kyler Hockey, Ivan Medina, Seth Garrett, all out of this one here this evening in Seattle, going to the bleachers and grabbing a nice, tasty hot dog.
Definitely fun to see Cody Dar have his best LCQ ride of the year so far.
Yeah, 13th place, nothing to sneeze about for sure. Great night for Dar to make it in, and
said he was really feeling it tonight.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, beat a lot of guys. I mean, we saw Kyler Hockey leading a main early this season. Or was it a heat race? Who knows?
Quick shout out to FamMX Designs. A sponsor of the series here at Race Factory Gaming. I see they made a very sweet BBS Cowie here for Daniel Batchlet. Great stuff.
Kellen, have you set up a camera for the main event finish yet?
Main event finish? No.
Isn't something special going to happen tonight?
I didn't know that would happen in the main event specifically, but there is something really cool that I'll show you guys in the next LCQ race if I can get loaded in time.
Yeah, true. I wonder if they have efforts would know I'm going. Alex, no finish. Come on, Alex.
See, I already tested this stuff earlier, Mark, but I do know that what you're talking about. I do know what you're talking about exists when the gate drops. So I'm gonna go over there when the gate drops in this next LCQ and show it off a little bit.
All right, deal. We can watch the main event from the stand, or the LCQ start from the stands down in the corner of the stadium. A special treat for you guys watching tonight. We should do a seat preview for all the people that are going to the event this weekend out in Seattle.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Wait. Oh.
I got so many good segments we can do.
All right, so let's say this is...
Section 120, seat number 37.
Oh, I couldn't get there in time, Mark.
No. All right, you better get moving on this one. Oh, this is a lineup check. It would work on this too, I guess, right?
Well, I won't load in time for this.
Yeah, true.
Definitely going to need to do it at the actual LCQ.
All right, so we got about 73 championships and about 1,000 wins lining up on the gate in this LCQ. Neil Wells, reportedly the oldest rider on the gate, according to Kellen.
Mark, I've told you a million times not to exaggerate.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were exaggerating. Cohenauer out there, Chase Donovan, Benny Landry, race leader. Tyler Fry, Zach Prokop, first turn destroyer in heat number 2. See if he can do any better this time. Reed Young, Zoa Cross making a special appearance tonight. Shipley out there, Garrett Oliver, Fresquez, as we mentioned, Downen, Jack Fowler, final qualifier, just sneaking into the show. Tyler Lang, Logan Leitzel after leading that heat race early and dicing it up with...
This is just a parade lap, right?
What's his face? Yes, this is just a parade lap. Finds himself in the LCQ now. Heckman out there, but we kind of expected this.
Oh, God. Jesus.
That's about all of them.
Well, we're going to see a lot of these guys, I think, would expect themselves to make the main event, but only 4 go through.
All right, get your camera
really
moving.
Interesting. I'm going to try. Got to get in third person. Can I make it all the way over there before the gate drops? I think I got it.
Oh, turn the camera! Turn the camera!
Well, it's going to happen before the gate actually drops. But here we go, LCQ. Oh, look at the flames.
Yeah! Pyro, baby!
Down into turn 1, it is Fresquez who got there first, but Leitzel down the inside steals it from him. Fresquez, Prokop, Leitzel.
Leitzel got the inside line here. He did T-bone.
Ooh, Leitzel very nice with Fresquez there. A lot of guys tripling in behind them, though. Might sneak by. Prokop is going to be one of them. So Leitzel leads. Fresquez, OJ in the triple. Might lose second here as
Just
Prokop goes down the inside. We got
showing him how good his suspension setup is, that's all.
We got Chase Donovan and Byron Downen right here in the mix. So a lot of the guys we thought may get up here right at the sharp end of the field off the start.
I mean, is it safe to say that Fresquez and Downen are now LCQ specialists?
And again, 5 championships, about 36 wins between the two of them in Supercross. Definitely LCQ specialists.
Basic Potato 128, quite the negative attitude in chat here. I guess I shouldn't call him out. That's probably what he's hoping for.
Downen with a big mistake and
Nice
lose a
save,
spot
though.
to Donovan.
Nice save.
Still trying to huck it through the rhythm lane here. So Donovan and Ling both go by Downen there. He almost lost a spot to Zoa Cross as well. Oh, and Downen looks like he slid out actually in that last corner. All right, so resetting things here for a second. It's Leitzel leading, Prokop second, Fresquez third, and Chase Donovan up to fourth. Lang's right there, Cross is right there. We've lost Downen a little bit. So it looks like it'll either be Lang or Cross to mix things up if they can.
Be a good performance out of Cross to make this main event. Lang going with the over double into the corner. Didn't seem to be too much faster than Cross doing the on-off single into the corner.
Mistake from Donovan allows both of them right up behind him now.
He's pooping his jorts as he drives off the side of the track.
Laying down the inside. Gets the move done, but Donovan's fighting back on the outside. Gonna have the inside into the next corner. Oh, Lang not quite able to get it done as he goes into the tough blocks. We've also lost. Cross was down in the rhythm lane, so Downen goes back through into sixth.
Downen's got to hope for some fireworks on the last lap. Maybe some pyro.
Yeah, both of them doing the on-off line this time by, so Lang maybe saw that over line not getting him as much time as he had hoped on Donovan.
or he just didn't time her perfectly. It's kind of a
That's
big
true,
line to
yeah.
get over it.
You kind of have to land in the perfect pocket on the triple in too, to
Yeah.
get it just how you want it.
Donovan holding strong though, all sorts of pressure coming from Lang, and he's not faltering too much yet.
Yeah, Donovan is really holding strong here.
Right there.
This
he
game
kinda
may be
didn't
in
get his
slow motion
entry.
though. He is Sally Slow-Mo.
Donovan downside the backside of that berm after the whoops. Whoa!
Whoa!
There it
Hotline.
is. I don't know why he even went back to the track, man. Would have just cut
and
that
on
on
leg,
the
on leg with the front wheel lock. Here comes down
arm
and
pump, switching cameras back and forth so much during this battle.
down and gonna go over, try to get alongside Lang.
Oh, crosses left the inside.
Oh! Both of them need to get up to Donovan though.
Must have had some drive.
Oh, down and
Back
found
on
a
Lang.
found a grenade right there on the landing of that jump.
Must have been a sinkhole there.
So right now, Donovan is safe. Our battle for the lead is starting to heat up, though. Leitzel under attack here from Prokop. It'll be 1 lap to go next time by. White flag will be waving. Does Prokop get it done for the victory here in this LCQ, or does he settle back, realizing he is safely in as they run?
I don't think that's ever been done in the history of MX Simulator.
White flag waving. And Leitzel's able to sort of stretch it out here at the beginning of the lap.
Lang.
Oh! Rider down allows, Prokop just nails him. And
Lang
here
has
comes,
been able to catch back up to Donovan, and they're both going to catch back up to Prokop.
ooh, Lang high in the berm. So Fresquez now moves into second. Lang has got to get around Donovan here.
Or hope for another mistake out of Prokop.
Or that.
We've seen it. Oh!
Oh, man.
Leitzel getting up after a crash. Almost collects Prokop.
Yeah, Leitzel suddenly really in a tough spot here. Look at Lang with the low line.
Michael Essie's Especial right there.
Oh, we got a rider coming back on the track. 704 of Fowler as Fresquez takes the LCQ victory. Lang jumps on the back of Donovan, goes
He
down.
brings him out.
And
Gets
then
hit by Fowler and stays on.
Lang survives and goes to the main event after landing on Chase Donovan. I mean, it was his only option, but still, can you bloody believe that one?
Where's the provisional start card when you need it, right?
Wow. So Donovan misses out, Downen misses out. Lang goes through, Leitzel's able to survive, Prokop going through, and Fresquez gets his first LCQ victory of the season. Wow, what a weird race. I mean, nothing you can do there, right, Mark? I mean, like, he just was gonna send it onto his back no matter what. I guess the only thing you could say is that Donovan should have expected it, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, Donovan had the inside pretty well covered. He just, the tough blocks. Really, it's a tough situation. I guess it's part of the game, Donovan finds himself in that position in the future. He can do the same thing and know that he's probably not going to have the fall-off crash that he's going to cause by landing on the guy in front of him.
All right. Well,
It does suck. I will give him that.
after a very
someone
interesting...
looking for a ban in chat right now. Sorry. There's a name that popped up in chat. Don't open chat.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, you don't need to. I can't repeat it.
Okay. All right. Well, coming up next, 250 West main event, round number 7 of their series. We saw the first 5 West rounds take place back at the beginning of the season. And, of course, they had round number 6 was the East-West showdown in Atlanta. Here comes round number 7 from Seattle. Lot to play for here in this 250 West Division. Craig Richards entering as the clear runaway points leader, but behind him, pretty wild battle. Leak and Massarde only 4 points apart, and then a pretty big gap back to Hughes, Klein, Blakely, Solis, all kind of mixed in together right there.
The fans are definitely pumped as we wait for these riders to load in.
Yeah, so now the next thing that we need out of efforts here, because we just love asking him to do more work at this point, is
Yes, we do.
We need a different track file with a louder audience for the main event.
I don't think we're asking so much as just demanding.
It's just demanding.
Yeah.
All right. Hughes, Whiteley, Batchelot, Solis, Seberg, Plessinger, Richards, Porch, Kunitz, Davis, Whiteley, Sylvia, Heather, Parks, Ohashi, Warden, Glover. Lots of names here in this 250 West Division from Seattle. Mark, do we have a versus PC1 to watch you'd like to take a look at?
Yeah, of course we do. I think we're going to try and tighten up this points race a little bit, and we're going to watch Craig Richards tonight. Put him with the curse.
Versus PC1 to watch. Give Craig Richards the curse. Oh, man. Yeah, Richards has well over a 1 race distance points lead, and at this moment, it doesn't seem like anybody's going to be able to stop that. But we can find out whether or not that'll happen here. Round number 7 from Seattle. It's the 250 West Series back on in Seattle as the gate is down. Oh, good start from Fred Heather. Massarde to the corner first, down the inside. Leak trying to get it. Leak crosses the line first, and Massarde goes almost off the track as Leak takes over the lead. So it is Craig Richards right there in second, getting a little frisky, but takes over the 2 spot right in front of Billy Kunitz. And our 2 top title contenders, Richards and Leak, out front. Leak leads the first lap. Richards right behind him in second. We got Kunitz, Heather, Massarde, Parks, Ryan, Whiteley, Hughes, Glover, Batchelot, Blakely, Ohashi, Solis, Wilcox, all in just an absolute freight train after the finish line jump. Our top 3 separating themselves just a little bit now from Fred Heather, who is crossing back and forth across the track trying to hold off Massarde. Kunitz went down, and Massarde makes the move, but cases the triple in, and Heather gets into the side of him. Heather goes down, and Devin Ryan makes up 2 positions to go up into 4th.
Don't check the front of the pack, but we got another epic battle of the Craig shaping up out front.
Oh, man. And Craig Leak looks like he's got a little bit of lag going on. It's kind of blinking. I don't know if you see that, Mark.
I did see a little bit of it, yep.
So it's Leak on the 11, looking to pick up his 3rd victory of the season. Richards, a little slide out in the background, loses some ground. And then here comes that freight train. Kunitz, Ryan, Massarde, Hughes, Glover, Solis. All just in a line right here.
Ryan with a sharp move to cut underneath Andrew Massarde. The corner before the finish
Oh,
line.
Richards is stacked up, and he's still stuck. He's got Andrew Massarde in his rear tire. Richards is
He tumbles down the berm.
still not going.
Awkward spot. Lucky to get out of there without getting hit again.
Oh, it's not over yet, though. Case is the triple, going to lose a couple more positions. I see Hunter Porch going by, Ethan Parks, Massarde all right in the mix, and suddenly Richards is in a very bad position.
Yeah, anytime you're around an SYS rider on the track, you got to be careful.
Gets around Porch in the final corner. So makes up a little bit more in the point scenario. We also had Batchelot, Hughes, And I think Kunitz all just go down, so Richards right back up into 7th. It wasn't Hughes that went down. I believe it was actually Fred Heather. Hughes is right in front of Richards now. So what can Richards do from this position? He was in a great position out front. It's that versus PC one to watch curse.
Playing out just how I had hoped.
Gonna maybe get a spot here on Kamar Glover, who just got going and shorts the triple. Leak down the inside, or I should say Richards down the inside.
Craig.
That's why we do it. We just always mix up their names, so we just use their same name.
Craig. Oh, Craig with the power move on the brakes there.
Yeah, Glover, I think saw it coming, so checked up a little bit, but definitely a great move for Richards to take over the 6th spot.
It's like Rossi on Gibber now. 0-2, something like that.
Throwback.
Yeah.
It looked like Marquez on Dovizioso last corner, and that didn't work out, though.
Yeah, several times.
Yeah.
It worked out in Japan, didn't it?
Japan, maybe. I didn't see that one. I was
I
talking
think
about
Doby's always won those, actually, with the cutbacks. We're getting off track.
Dovi's cutbacks are great. It's just we'll leave it there.
I mean, I'm sure the engine has something to do with it. All right, we're done. These KTM 250s are running great out here tonight.
I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
It is definitely looking like a KTM evening as Leak leads Kunitz.
Can we talk about Kunitz here for a second?
I know
Great
Billy
rider
Kunitz
going
is
on right now.
absolutely ripping on the
I'm just waiting
98.
for a mate, as I said.
Definitely hoping to get a lower number next year. We better stop talking about him, though.
Oh man, he's jumping off the track now. Not looking
No
like
wonder he's
Billy
doing
Kunitz
so
that's
good.
been in second this whole time suddenly. And man, for what it's worth, after a pretty rough heat race and then LCQ excursion, Alanis Solis finds himself in 4th. That's going to help out his championship scenario. Oh, just as we say that, commentator's curse, down he goes. There goes Craig jumping over top of him.
That was bold.
Here comes Jonathan
Solis.
Hughes.
Well, I'm just
Here's
waiting for a
the
mate.
inside. Whoa! That was close.
No, we're putting you to sleep out here tonight, Mark.
Oh, you know it, dude.
And it's kind of interesting. My wife, she uses a sound machine, you know, like those things that make white noise.
White noise?
Yeah. And she says that she loves watching the races, but the problem is that 4-strokes sound too much like her white noise machine. So sometimes it makes her doze off just a little bit. I think that's even worse in this game because these things sound like bumblebees.
A little bit, yeah. I suppose she's not laying in bed watching this, though. I'd hope.
I don't think so. Oh!
Oh!
Kamar Glover with the absolute Randy Orton
Leg
maneuver.
punt. What's that called? Come on.
RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah, there it is,
There it
RKO.
is.
I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Look at Randy Orton slithering. Oh, watch out, watch out. Oh! From out of nowhere. Ooh, Richards a little out of shape in the rhythm lane. Able to
Through
corral it
that big
together.
line, though. Whoa, and he's going to get Devin Ryan, who decided to go around that berm. He's like a sneaky little slithery snake out there coming back on the track.
Hey, he's using the low lines, really. Oh, and that was Kunitz making a mistake. So suddenly, Richards back up into second, and I'll tell you what, he's not that far behind our race leader, Craig Leak.
No, Leak, not killing him with speed tonight, killing him with consistency.
As you do.
It's the idea. Although late in the race, once you get neck and neck, it sometimes doesn't matter if you have speed or consistency on the last lap, does it?
Nah, not usually.
Looks like we got a raid going down in chat right now.
Ooh, a raid? Scooty Puff
Yeah,
Jr.
raid.
out here. Of course, Scooty's going to be doing the absolute banging marble races later on tonight, so you guys won't want to miss that over on his channel. Just click him in the chat or twitch.tv/Scooty_Puff Under puff.
Oh, a lapper jumping to the inside of Leak out front. I think we missed it on camera here, but
We did. I was too busy saying under puff.
Under puff.
Scooty _puff_ junior. That's where you want to go. Leak with the off-track excursions continuing here. Although Richards just completely faced the triple landing mid-rhythm. Going to lose a spot to Devin Ryan. Battle for the podium spots on here in Seattle. About halfway point of the race. Devin Ryan holds down the 2 spot. Richards putting the pressure on from 3rd, and they can't be too cautious, or Lana Solis is going to start putting the pressure on from 4th.
Richards casing that line in again.
Oh, and Solis over the bars. 54 machine down in the rhythm lane.
Gonna get back going in the 4th position. This Richards. Ah, that's rude. Continues to put pressure on him, and he Supermans the triple into the corner.
And Devin Ryan went down trying to split the lapped riders that were down there.
It's a pickup race. Richards gonna not get there first. It's like he played gentlemanly and allowed Ryan to get up. Playing right into Craig Leak's hands.
Yeah, makes a few more mistakes in that rhythm lane. That's going to allow Lana Solis to close right up.
Solis looking a little sketchy on that on-off, though.
On board now with the Lithuanian rider. Looking to try to pick up his first career podium if he can.
Ooh, jumps out of that rut.
Richards made a mistake ahead of him, though. Here comes Solis. Gonna triple.
Gonna land on his back.
Right next to him, Richards shuts the door in the corner. Now they go through the whoops together. So Richards holds on to the spot for now. Solis gonna try to 3-3 from the outside. He's gonna get Richards. Oh, he almost landed on him. Makes the pass happen, though.
Solis putting a good ride together in the main event.
Richards trying to fight back, ends up going down. Here comes Will Whiteley suddenly in the mix.
Whoa, out of nowhere.
Oh, here Richards with the cross jump. And Richards is down. Whiteley and Richards are both down. Richards trying to get going backwards in the track. Whiteley gets up and takes him down again. Look at Richards. He's stuck in the corner with Whiteley. Gets going.
Brutal. He's off the side of the track. Is he going to hold on to it?
Whiteley with the dreaded triple fall off as he's down with Kamar Glover. What in the heck just happened right now? Suddenly, Craig Richards is back down to 6th spot. And honestly, pretty far behind that battle that he was just in.
Wasn't too long ago, he was just a mere 6 seconds off the lead. That versus PC one to watch curse is real. However, it's been exciting to watch, hasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely has. He's been a great versus PC one to watch. And while we're talking about it and while the gaps are where they're at, we'll go ahead and do a top 10 rundown here. A little past halfway in the race, I know, but we'll still get it done. This one's brought to you by MXS Lobby, which is a hosting service for hosting races in the game. And they're a proud sponsor here at Race Director Gaming SX in 2019. Craig Leak, BPC, number 11, out front leading. He has led pretty much from the start of this thing. But watch out, Devin Ryan on the number 15 active co-ride, starting to close this thing down here in the late runnings. Lana Solis looking for his first career podium on the 54 Rockstar Energy Husqvarna ride. Gonna get landed on by Batchelor, but he stays up. Wilcox on the N2D machine, gonna get Solis for 3rd right there. As a 159 goes into the podium position. Solis back into 4th. Here's Jonathan Hughes for Architect, number 134. He's in 5th. Craig Richards, Tagger Designs, number 31. Your points leader is in 6th. Billy Kunitz, number 98, is in 7th. Hunter Porch going off the track and losing 8th. Ben Seberg goes through. Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, number 48, is in 8th. 9th for Hunter Porch, Prestige Worldwide. And Kamar Glover just getting passed now by Will Whiteley on the number 58 MV Films machine for 10th. So Glover right there as well on the Ignite code number 159, 185 I should say, or 189, I don't know, I'm just saying numbers at this point.
Oh, to the inside. Gets
Riley
the position back.
squares him off though. Doolies,
battle?
no, Kamar Glover just going for the straight air Leclerc and then crosses the
Jumps
corner.
to the inside. Hey, that last single off is really inconvenient. I think I'm just going to jump to the inside of the bales to get around it.
All right, so, wow. Okay, so Solace is literally throwing this thing away as now Richards goes by and then Kunitz goes down in the background. So all sorts of things happening. Seberg goes through on the Husqvarna. And Solace trying to fight back on Richards. Here he comes into the next corner. Does he get the move done? Not quite. Still putting the pressure on our points leader, though. Jonathan Hughes right ahead of them. Still, Wilcox holding down the podium spot. And Leak leading this thing. Gonna be 2 laps to go next time by for the number 11. Oh, Ryan a little short on that rhythm lane.
I gotta say, I would not want to be one of the leaders in this race right now. They are lapping guys at an alarming rate, and the guys they are lapping are out of control.
Here comes Craig Richards putting the pressure on Jonathan Hughes. This would be for 4th. So Richards damage control here tonight. Taking it easy through this rhythm lane, not hitting the big lines, but keeping Hughes honest.
Ryan with a big old swapzilla through that fast rhythm lane. Not that he had much to risk. He's got 15 seconds on 3rd place.
So can Jonathan Hughes hold off Craig Richards? The rider out of Great Britain up nice and early out there. He's trying to keep our points leader behind him. Lapping, I think that was Ohashi on the 176 there. White flag waving, Craig Leak, our race leader, looking to get his 3rd victory of the season. And at the very least, keep this championship race close as Richards is down in the rhythm lane. Looks like he'll hang on to the 5 spot as Solace goes down. Hunter Porch gonna go by.
Next in line.
Oh, and now Heather goes down. Kunitz is down. Blakely's down. I think that was Whiteley there too. Lose the spot
Late
to
race
Seberg.
party.
Yeah, they're just all meeting up in the berm to discuss where they're going to go to eat after this one. But how
Bob
about
Evans.
it? Craig Leak gets the whole shot, leads every lap. And at the very least, as we said, keeping this championship semi-close. 33 points down entering tonight. But he's going to walk away with Seattle with his 3rd victory of the season. Craig Leak wins big in Seattle. And he's going to keep this championship somewhat close after we see where Richards comes across the line. Devin Ryan ends up 2nd and on the podium. Wilcox
looking to ride her home in 3rd place here. Just got a simple little on-off that we've seen everyone crash on tonight.
But he survives and gets back up on the box. Wilcox, it's been about 5 years since Wilcox was on the podium. Makes it back up here tonight.
Hughes bringing her home in P4. Looks like Hunter Porch has gotten around Craig Richards. Needs to tackle the tricky on-off one more time. And he's out wide. Gonna make her work, though.
Top 5 for Porch.
And a nice little pirouette. Richards.
To the line. Richards comes across in 6th. Solace will end up in 8th as Blakely just got him for the line there. And Billy Kunitz actually loses 9th to Will Whiteley here on the last turn. So Whiteley ends up 9th after just a chaotic race for the 58. And Kunitz, who was in 2nd forever, can't seem to stop crashing, but he's still going to end up leaving here with a top 10 finish as he was the last runner on the lead lap. So Kunitz over the line, 10th for Kunitz. Seberg, Glover, Davis, Warden, Parks, Ohashi, Massarde, Heather, Batchlett, Sullivan, Sylvia, and Dalton Plessinger. Out front, Doesn't look like much change. It was still Leak, Ryan Wilcox, your podium here at Seattle.
That was a fun race. Lots of yard sailing though. High speed track. Gonna have some of that. Got to take some big risks to get things done. These whoops that are 3 miles long into a straightaway after them. Also mixing things up.
All right, 450 main event coming up. We have got Sabrina Ritzler, Logan Leitzel, Spencer Turley, Tyler Lang, Eduardo Simos, Tyson Fresquez, Adam Holm, Race Carlin, Walter Gebhardt, Matthias Janis, Jack Haley, Dylan Copeland, Jeremy Siebold, Daniel Mills, Colby Eaglin, Jeremy Smith, Jacob Hubbard, Connor Holiak, Kyle Robb, Casey Ollert, Alexis Leclerc, and Zach Prokop lined up here in Seattle for round number 12 of the series. Mark, who's your money on?
Well, you know what? If I was going to place a bet, I would say that at the 10-minute mark, Leclerc is going to fall apart. But if we're talking about winners, I think you cannot go wrong tonight picking Jack Haley.
Yeah, Haley has looked fantastic for most of this season. And as we stand right now, he does have that 5-point lead over Jeremy Smith. Can Smith make
we
things
saw struggle in the
interesting?
heat race, but we also know that doesn't mean a dang thing.
Track could lend pretty well to a good start. We know Leclerc gets good starts.
Yeah, he's a pretty fart smeller. Just, it doesn't matter. I mean, we've seen him lead, I think, just about every round from the start, or at least in the early laps, and then, you know, do his thing at the 10-minute mark and just decide to start crashing.
All right, so someone tweeted me, said that he wants me to do a seat check on stream. So we're going to go ahead and do a seat check for this guy right here. He says he's in section 309, row 1, seat 13. So I'm going to guess 309
that's way up there, yeah.
is, you know, probably somewhere. This is like 303, 305, 307, 309. So like row 1, which would be like right in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Right there.
8,
The idiot with the tie.
11, 12, 13, like right here. So you're going to be looking at the ground, unfortunately. Not sure what's going on there. We'll go up a little ways, and guess it looks kind of like this from here. Could like do a little zoomsies in, like if this is what you had binoculars, and you're like, oh man, I can see the track so much better suddenly. Maybe that maybe that's what it would look like. Oh,
when your eyes adjust to being that high.
All right, it is time. 450 main event from Seattle. This is going to be a good one. Who is it going to be? Round number 12 of the series. 6 points between the top 3 in the standings. Let's go racing in the Pacific Northwest as the gate is down. Great start. Eaglin down the inside. Contact, and I think Haley's down in turn number 1. Leclerc hole shot.
Oh, and he jumps that. Different line than everyone else. Triples into the corner.
Hubbard trying to give him pressure here. Eaglin ends up in third, and I think Haley was down in the first turn, so this is going to blow the door wide open. As it is Leclerc leading. He needs a win. He has yet to win a race this season. Leading across the line on lap number 1. He enters the evening 36 points down in the championship. If he's gonna win this championship, he has got to start winning these races, and it may start here tonight in Seattle.
Haley crossing the line at the end of the first lap in a Tomac-esque P9.
So Haley recovers from that first turn crash. The real battle going on right now, though, is for second, as Eagland has Hubbard, Seabolt, Mills, Ollert, and then Jeremy Smith all right on his tail. Seabolt looking for a move on Hubbard down the inside of the rhythm lane.
Oh, and he stands him up.
Yep, gets that move done, and still triples into the rhythm lane after it. So Seabolt finds his way up into third.
Seems like there are a few different options that all work out about the same through that rhythm lane.
Well,
Hubbard able to regroup, not lose anything more than one position by riding third person.
Daniel
And be able-
Mills is putting the pressure on him, though.
Jeremy Smith behind him in the 6th position. Off to about
Mills off the track
whoops.
and down. How about Casey Ollard in the mix right here?
doing it for Grant Langston out there with the 1-1-1s.
And I don't want to be completely wrong, but as we always bring up useless topics on these streams, I believe Casey Ollard got engaged this week, so
Oh,
congratulations.
Nothing like having your first child, but, you know. Man, did you ever feel for Oldenburg at the end of that race, man?
Yeah, I know.
Going for that first podium, first child, and here comes his frickin' teammate just to destroy him.
I'll tell you what, man, Jacob Hubbard may be sliding backwards right now, but he continues to throw it down as Smith gets into the back of him. Little front end lock there for the 4 machine.
Nothing a little karma, you know. You got to build that karma over the triples so you can get hit in the corners and stay upright.
Jack Haley, I'll tell you what, normally when he's down in the first corner, it's unlikely that he'll end up inside of the top 10 after the first lap. So to be 9th at the end of lap number 1 is big because he's already up into 5th and we still have 17 minutes and a lap of racing left and he is not that far behind our race leader.
Well, we got about 7 more minutes until Leclerc starts to self-destruct. You guys want to set a timer on your iPhone? I recommend.
Well, it's actually Eaglin leading this race now. So something happened to Leclerc already.
And Seabolt is not giving him any room to spare.
Here's Seabolt looking inside. Does he make the
He
pass
gets to
right
the
now? Yes, he does. Seabolt to the lead. Leclerc trying to fight back down the inside.
Eaglin late to set up for that corner. Had to apply a lot more brake than Seabolt to get the job done.
So Leclerc trying to fight back. Now has to go through Seabolt if he wants to take over the lead, but Seabolt, as we know, has the speed to win this race here tonight. Oh, cases a triple in. Here comes Leclerc. Gets the over and double out smooth. Battle for the lead here in Seattle.
Oh, Leclerc, nope, gets shut down. Both of them tucking to the inside. Final corner.
Over that finish line jump, look at Leclerc in the low line in the sand, wheelies in and keeps that rear end down.
I suppose having a bike without a rear spring in the back of it helps with that.
Through the whoops we go, Leclerc flying through those whoops, but Seabolt matching him.
Both of them going upwards of 55 miles an hour through the whoop section.
Incredible speeds as Seabolt jumping to that inside, just narrowly misses that inside pole. And
He ain't
Leclerc,
scared after that heat race collision.
yeah, we were on board with him in the heat race when he absolutely sliced through that pole, went down. Does Leclerc have
Leclerc
a move
looking
lined up
inside.
somewhere?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't seen any good opportunities for him. I know he tries to charge at the inside here, but that's really just
Ooh,
a pickup
okay,
pass.
all right. Nice line for Leclerc.
Both riders still able to complete all the same rhythm lanes as they circulate. Might just come down to the whoops here. Like we saw Seabolt have a few issues during the heat race there, and Leclerc not so much.
Yeah, well, so far, lap after lap, Seabolt is matching Leclerc for pace through the whoops, which is very, very strange because Leclerc normally is just 5th pinned off the back of the bike and crushing the whoops, but Seabolt's just doing the same thing and holding him at bay. Oh, Leclerc, inside
to
move!
the inside.
Got him! Just pushed him wide. Clean pass. Now, does Seabolt have an answer? Well, Leclerc already opens up a little bit of breathing room so Seabolt can't immediately put the pass back on him. But as you said, Mark, every
Doesn't
round
need
this
to.
year that Leclerc has been leading at exactly the halfway point, it becomes unraveled very quickly. And we're about 3.5 minutes from that point of the race. So what happens if he's still out front at that point?
Well, he's going to start crashing. If you watch, Leclerc definitely taking more advantage of the mechanics area there, kind of riding through those ghosted out bales.
Tell you what we should be paying attention to, and I keep seeing him out of the corner of my eye in some of these shots that we're getting long shots from, is Jack Haley, man. He is definitely coming right now out of P3. Last time by 53.7 to 53.6 and 54.9 out front. So Leclerc actually doing faster lap times than Haley, but Haley keeping them honest.
Haley with a much worse start had to work his way into this position. I'm pretty sure that both of these... Oh, what?
Leclerc down! He is down and off the bike over the berm.
A legs off out of nowhere. He landed in the pocket. Nowhere near far enough.
So he gets back on the track now behind Eaglin and Smith. He is P5 on the track.
Wow, that was brutal. Rough luck there. Nothing to do with his riding on that one.
So all of our championship contenders right at the sharp end of the field. The odd egg mixed in at the moment is Colby Eaglin, so kudos to the 20 machine. Oh, and as I say that, he hits the deck. Tyson Fresquez sitting on the ground there, goes down. And Leclerc gets absolutely cleaned by Daniel Mills, who is just trying to sneak by the inside of him.
It's a little early, but like I said, this is really not anything that I can declare is Leclerc's fault.
Leclerc was leading across the line last time by. Now he finds himself in 6th spot. That is how quickly things can change here in MotoOption SX racing. So Eaglin still holding his ground. He is top 5. Walter Gebhardt, little kick of the whoops there at the end, now finds himself in 4th. Jeremy Smith is up to 3rd. He's about 3 seconds or so behind Jack Haley. And Haley's got his eyes and the target and the crosshair.
Oh, yeah, on that jump face.
Oh, yeah, on that jump face. Down he goes. Haley out of 2nd, loses the spot to Smith. And this is actually setting up a very interesting championship dynamic because as they run, Siebold would close the gap down between himself and Haley to just 1 point. And he would also pass Jeremy Smith in the standings by 2 points. And Smith would only be 3 points. I'm sorry, 3 points behind Haley. Well, actually now Haley back in 4th. So math is changing. Math is hard.
Yeah, you're doing a way better job than I would be.
So Siebold leads. Can he get another win here in Seattle? The number 19 machine keeping things interesting down the stretch here in this championship run. After we leave this round, there will be 6 rounds left to go in the series. And he very well could leave as our points leader as they run right now. This could be a very interesting change of events in this championship. This is Haley. Here's Leclerc. He's got his way around Eagland. And they're both lapping Dylan Copeland there on the 44 machine. So Eagland's still trying to hang on with this front group, but Leclerc clenching his teeth at this point, just must be eagerly frustrated with the way things have panned out this season.
This is the moment that his race should really start unraveling, although he has had a bit of bad luck leading up to this. I'm starting to see some pretty large ruts forming out there.
Ooh, Ryder gonna go down right in front of him, just narrowly avoids him.
Eaglin getting caught up in that mess.
Oh, Leclerc.
As Leclerc rides off the side of the track. Here we go. It's 10 minutes in, guys.
Now suddenly has Adam Holm breathing down a little bit. Yeah, arch nemesis for sure. No love lost between the Frenchman Alexis Leclerc and the number 27 American Adam Holm.
It's the Frenchman, and what is Adam's engineering?
The chemistry major?
Chemistry major, yes. The Frenchman and the chemistry major. Wonder what Leclerc's going to school for.
Oh, Adam Holm! What? Oh, I thought he was going to save that. Just absolutely yard sales in the whoops, though.
I'd like to get more into the personal life of Alexis Leclerc. Such an interesting study.
Well, what I can tell you is he's about 24 years young. He has served in the French military.
Is it compulsory?
The only picture anybody has ever seen of him is shirtless on a boat.
I mean, I'm liking what I hear here.
And he is a multi-time European champion, 2014 outdoor champion, and 2018 indoor champion in this game.
And outdoor champion.
That's about all I know. Oh yeah, and outdoor champion, of course. We just got done talking about it, yeah.
Yeah. Riding his way up to 4th, making positions after the halfway point. We don't see this too often. That triple N down there at the south end of the stadium definitely getting hard as that huge rut forms and is starting to push through the top of the face, making it hard.
Yeah, we see it.
Harder
we see often with those lines develop that they also get a little bit of a notch right in the lip.
They usually boost you higher, though. It looks like that one is actually pushing through and making the triple N harder as we go on.
Well, let's see. Seabolt casing it out front. Is Jeremy Smith able to get it in second? No, he's going inside and doubling in. Oh, but that's a bad line. Riders down
Riders
everywhere.
laying there, yeah. Everywhere. It's carnage through this rhythm lane.
Jack Haley must be wondering what is going on. He's being attacked by the Galaxy. Oh, Turley. Oh, baby. Well, Haley settles down here in the 3 spot. We got Leclerc running in 4th. Walter Gebhardt about as slow as he can roll into that pole. He just did. Matthias Janis, Colby Eagland, Adam Holm, Tyler Lang, Race Carlin having a game of chicken in the final corner. So Race Carlin is a lap down. Tyler Lang is the last guy on the lead lap. 9th place right now. Actually, no, he's not on the lead lap. 8th is on the lead lap still. And we still have about 6 minutes and a lap left to go in this race. So it just gives you an idea of how fast our leaders are going.
Seabolt comfortable out front.
Ooh,
Smith with a mistake in second.
Yeah, he was absolutely riding backwards in the track right there. You got to be careful with that maneuver. We've seen
a real rough time getting going here.
We've seen riders get suspended for riding backwards and taking other riders out before, unfortunately.
Smith with another mistake. Gosh, that was tough.
Yeah, this is not benefiting. It's definitely not benefiting Smith, but what it's not helping is Seabolt out front either, as they were both in really good positions to gain points on Haley in the championship. Still some racing left to go here tonight, but this is usually where Smith starts losing ground with them, is late in the race when they're putting on their charges. And right now Haley is definitely putting on a charge. 54.5 to a 55.6 out of Seabolt last time by. So one fall-off crash out of Seabolt. This win is not out of the realm yet for Jack Haley.
Definitely some nice braking bumps forming. As well as ruts Haley, the bit of a moment as he goes through this rhythm lane. And rails the... I don't know what I can say. He railed that rut, though.
55.6, but despite all the mistakes, actually did gain a little bit of time on Seabolt that lap alone. But Seabolt actually has a lot of breathing room now. He has a couple, maybe 10 seconds worth of gap to the next lapped rider. And Haley's got to get through 5 guys before he can get to Seabolt.
Haley opting to the inside through the end zone rhythm lane. Smith also going to the inside. Leclerc still railing the tits off the outside. Gebhardt 5th, tripling in.
Ooh, Haley mistake. Dumps it out of the corner before the triple. Going to lose some ground now. And that's probably going to do it for Seabolt, who can afford a fall-off crash at this point and still get up with plenty of time to spare in the race lead. And here comes Jeremy Smith. Battle for second is on.
Whoa. Looks like there's a rider dead in the top of that berm there.
Cody Dar?
He just pulled over in the middle of the track. Take a quick breather.
Haley and Smith battle for second here. Haley into the pole, and he's off the bike. Smith slides on through. This is pretty big for the championship as Haley's still stuck and Leclerc goes by now.
Leclerc with the late race charge finally. If you watch, though, he is still avoiding ruts in some corners.
He has a chance to get to Smith here and at least salvage some points towards the championship. As we mentioned, 36 points down. Needs basically a miracle down the stretch here. But what he needs to do first is get his first win of the season.
Or maybe he wants to go Tim Ferry on this championship.
Yeah.
I mean, I would take it.
Trying to get around Eduardo Simos right now, who is not being too lapper friendly, but finally gives it to him. And Leclerc absolutely on rails right now. Got Jeremy Smith in his line of sight now.
As he takes advantage of the mechanics area glitch again.
It's not a glitch, Mark. It's a mechanic of the game.
I guess. All right. Look at him avoid the ruts, man. Like everyone else is just railing the absolute living stuff out of those ruts. And Leclerc shutting her down early and cutting beneath him. And then I think he uses this one here. One of the only ruts that he's using.
Does he get to Smith, Mark? What do you think?
He's definitely giving her the old college try here.
He's getting those whoops just dialed every lap, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got to jump over a down rider here. Gets her done.
And suddenly he's right on Smith. Look at Smith even trying to stay far right in the rhythm lane to avoid some of those ruts, as you're mentioning.
Definitely getting chewed up coming out of that corner. The triple in is definitely got to be getting hard right now. I don't know why I said definitely, but it's definitely hard. Leclerc definitely cutting under more ruts.
So over the line, looking at... Oh, where's Siebold?
About
Three laps to
I'm
go?
thinking.
Yeah. Oh, Leclerc getting out of shape entering the whoops, but man, that suspension just soaks it up. And we got to keep an eye here on Jack Haley, who is still pretty close. Just in case a mistake happens, he can pounce on an opportunity here. Because as we run, it is going to be Siebel leaving with the red plate. And it'll be the first time he's had the red plate since round 3, I believe. Oh, this is coming down right to the wire. Time expires. And Leclerc gets into Tyler Lang, and Haley gets into Leclerc. Getting up side by side over the line. Leclerc shuts the door on Haley. Probably ruling out second place now for Leclerc or Haley unless Smith falls. Oh, and Leclerc! Front end high in the berm. Down he goes, and Haley slides back into third. Here comes Gebhardt, too. Look at Gebhardt sneaking into this mix.
Gebhardt ain't going to go easy on him as Leclerc gets the same ball up that he had before.
Down.
He wasn't even long. He landed in the pocket and just boom, done.
Incredible.
I guess having no rear spring in your bike will do that.
All right, so Siebel, white flag waving this time by. One lap to go.
Multiple lap riders, Jacob Hubbard and Colby Eaglin getting out of the way for him.
Man, dominating performance here by Siebel to work his way forward, make those early passes, get into the lead, and then stretch it out while all the chaos ensued behind him. And this is going to be
his lines.
Yeah, another win.
And
he plows the pole.
Giving us a show one last time.
Yeah,
plenty of time out front.
Trip down memory lane from that heat race earlier tonight for Siebel. Just wanted to give it one last little smooch.
Just wanted to rub that pole across his face one last time.
But Siebold on his way to yet another victory here. I believe this is going to be victory number 5 on the season for the number 19 machine. And he is going to do it in style in Seattle. The number 19 machine of Jeremy Siebold is your winner tonight in Seattle. Jeremy Smith, another valiant ride to come across and get on the podium. Jack Haley ends in 3rd, maintains the points lead, but only by 1 point. Walter Gebhardt gonna hold off Leclerc, who's going over the bars. Oh, Adam Holm is gonna get by Leclerc too.
Yeah.
So Gebhardt comes across, he's gonna get 4th. Adam Holm just trying to avoid his teammate here in the final corner. He's gonna get 5th though. And Leclerc is down again. Can Eaglin get there before Leclerc gets up? No, I don't think so, but wow. Tough ending to the race for Leclerc, who crosses the line in 6th. Does he disconnect before he lands? Yes, he does. He's out of here.
Classic. Well, you know what? At least he waited 20 minutes, 22 minutes to have the breakdown this week.
Yeah, right.
I think the one that we saw just before halfway, I can't really place the blame on him.
Cuts her in.
Yeah.
Stays the same. So Siebold leaves 1 point down on Haley in the championship now. Smith was able to, for his sake, gain 2 points back in towards the championship on Haley. So as we run, it is Haley with a 1 point lead on Siebold and a 3 point lead on Smith. Incredible stuff. 3-rider battle, 6 rounds to go. I don't think it gets much better than this, Mark.
It really can't. I mean, it can get like 1 or 2. It can get 3 points better, but like, let's be real. It's as close as we've ever seen at this point in the season.
This is great stuff, and already can't wait for next week. We're going to be headed to Houston next week. Looking forward to round number 13 of the series. But again, want to give a big shout out to every single one of you guys that have joined us here tonight for the stream. Stuck around. 124 viewers at the end of the 450 main. That's awesome to see how many people have still stuck around all season watching MotoOption SX live here on SYS TV. Of course, big shout out Race Tech Suspension, Ride365.com, MXS Lobby, MV Films. What else am I missing? FamMX Designs versus PC. Of course, MX Simulator, JLV, the legend. Always helping things out there. Shoot, I'm probably missing somebody. I can probably look around here. Tagger Designs. Tagger Designs, Race Factory Gaming, of course, putting on a great series as always. ReadMeta.com, TM Factory Racing. I mean, just everybody that helps out with this series. Can't thank all of our sponsors enough.
I'd like to thank my dog, my girlfriend.
Mark's dog helping out as well, just everybody. It's a real team effort to put on this series, and what goes on behind the scenes is never left unspoken. Those guys do a great job, and we always thank them for their hard work. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Round number 12 of the MotoOption SX Series here on SYS TV in the books. Mark, final thoughts?
Nope, I'm saving this track so I can ride the road later.
Good stuff. All right, thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.